So about 3-4 months ago, I read a book about Jasmine, and someone forced me to read it. I actually didn't want to. I thought, breatharian, this is ridiculous. You know, I actually got a bit angry. I felt like I've been so much into raw food, and my life was about living sustainably, healthy, organic, vegetarian. And I was in that paradigm, and so to say no food, I just thought it was ridiculous, and I didn't believe it, and I had a lot of resistance. My story is actually quite strange and unique because I did start reading her book because I was intrigued. I thought, because I looked at the picture and it was this young looking, beautiful, Western white woman, and I thought, wow, she's just like a normal person. So, okay, just out of curiosity, I will read it. Now, when I read it, it turns out she lives only, half an hour away from me in Brisbane, and she did a lot of the processes in Byron Bay. But she also mentioned, so I felt like a connection there. I thought, hang on a second, this is a real person living around me. And so she mentioned a book called God I Am in there, and I have read that book, and autobiography of a yogi. I also read Yoga with Me. Actually the book God I Am, my mum used to attend the channelings for that as a little girl. I used to watch those videos. So all of a sudden there were these similarities. So I just researched on YouTube. I wanted to find out more. Jasmine was travelling a lot, and she doesn't do the process anymore. And she actually recommended to me, 21 days isn't the process to do at this point in time anymore. So I got really confused. But I just kept researching, and then I saw a YouTube clip of Ray, and he discussed the process and that it was 10 days. And I thought, you know what, that I can do. It seems more accessible, and the fact that he will always be there, and we're in a group, I felt much safer. And it's very straightforward. It's very scientific, and he had a scientific experiment. I watched that all the way through, and I saw him. He was young, good-looking man with muscles, and I thought, okay, so normal people with normal jobs can have healthy-looking bodies, and they become breatharian, and the benefits that they were talking about, like more sleep, clarity of vision, more calm, more love, more focused. You can manifest more things in your life. I just thought, wow, that is something that is possible that I want to know about. And I also have done a science degree, and I thought I want to experiment. So I took the challenge to do it here in Holland, because I have family connections here in Holland. So I flew all the way from Australia to come to Holland and do the process. Obviously, I still had a lot of fears. I had a lot of doubts. My main concern was I had a fear of the loss of a fear of a loss and a grief of food, because I have a very emotional connection to food. Food and dancing and music to me have always been there. I've had a lot of abandonment in my life. I've had a lot of issues where I feel has stressed me out and really traumatized me. But I could always come back to the dance floor. I could always come back to the stage. I could always come back to food, and that was it for me. So I was letting go of one of the biggest things that was always there for me. Ignore that. And so what happened was I cried a lot. I was very angry. I was scared. I didn't tell many people because I thought, oh my God, they're just going to think I'm loopy, because of the same reaction I had when I read the book. But I just discovered more and more about 5 Tibetans, about earth, fire, air, and I just thought, that's really how I want to live my life, So I just felt more clean, more liberated. It felt right in my gut. So when I came here, I met Ray. He's such a nice, authentic, normal guy. He's true, and I'm very intuitive in my gut. I connected completely, and I went, wow, these are normal people, good-hearted people. We can do this. We can do this together. All my doubts, all my fears dropped, and Ray explained it in such a normal and scientific, which is my language, and spiritual, which is my language, way. And emotional, and so he talks about all the different elements of the emotional, the spiritual, the physical, and that's important because balance is important. But what I loved is that he also integrated manifestation, because all of a sudden we have all this free time. What are we going to do with it? If we're not sleeping, we're not cooking, we're not buying food, I only sleep 5 hours a night, for instance, and we're so focused. There's a lot of things that we can do in our life, things that in our to-do list that we never ever had time to do. Our dreams, we're always thinking we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this. The weekends are only 2 days, and then we're back into this brainwashed system. And to have that opportunity to just be authentic, go within and flow and manifest whatever we want, it's just a unique opportunity. And I really feel like the 10-day process was a whole complete package where you get to learn how to cope in life and how to make the best of this. So it's not just a seminar and here you go. It's doing the process, and we did a lovely channeling, which was my favourite, by the way. But also then we did a lot of integration and role playing. He was even very cheeky. I don't know if I should say this, but this is should be a surprise. But he came in with food, and I had my eyeballs in the bowl because it looked so good and smelled so good. It was healthy food to test us, because we need to know in reality what it's like when we come back, because it won't be with all the support of the group. But we have a WhatsApp, so we'll be supported all the way through, which is really, really good, and I'm really looking forward. The connections I made is just profound, absolutely profound. And I really feel that it's time. A lot of people are sick of the capitalist ways. They want to become more resourceful, they want to become more sustainable, they want to become more authentic, and they want to become more connected in communities. And I really feel that for some people it calls us, and for me it did. Through strange ways, all paths crossed. It's very significant for me to be here in Holland and be with a family that I haven't seen for a while, and heal and love. And it's very, very significant for my time at this point in my life to be here and experience this process. And for me, I'm completely excited, and I just feel so much love for myself. I'm very proud of myself, but I also feel I feel like when I walk now, I did before, but even more, I walk with intention. And I really love that feeling. Wherever you stand, be the soul of that place. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah. So, I don't need to recommend to anyone whether they should go or not. I think it's an inner calling, and it's for some people, and for some people it's not. And that's okay, because we're all on a journey, and we all have a path to choose. And nothing is right, nothing is wrong, it just is. And that's the beauty of it. Yeah, so that's pretty much about all I want to say. So search within yourself and see how this is for you. And enjoy your life either way, because there's a whole world out there waiting for you. Isn't there? See? You too.